Durban residents are angry about the inconveniences associated with the rollout of fibre. In some areas, pavements have been damaged and electricity and water services interrupted. Our senior reporter, Dasen Thathiah, finds out more.
There's excitement and frustration in equal amounts in suburbs across Durban. That's because many communities are starting to see fibre being rolled out. Now, the frustration comes from the fact that many of the pavements outside these homes have started to look like this as contractors dig up the area to install their cables. But it goes beyond that, because sometimes this frustration is also linked to the fact that services are interrupted in the process, one of those being electricity, the other water supply. Now, I've got Mr. Maxwell Mthembu here from the municipality. He's the head of electricity. Mr. Mthembu, you were showing me this particular area and how easy it is for some of these contractors to cut your lines. Explain to me why this is happening.
Thank you, Dasen. I greet you and the viewers at home. We do have a challenge with the fibre contractors who are taking the city. We are not opposing any contractor coming and doing the work in the city. Actually, we love it. It's for the improvement and the lives of people within our city. The challenge that we're experiencing is that when they go and receive the drawings, for them to know where our services are running through, they don't really necessarily come to electricity department, for example, or even water department. They rather go to roads department. The issue is that they are not digging around the roads or are on the road servitude itself. They go to where our servitude are, like I'm showing.
Like this?
Like this one. Next to this one, you see, underneath this line is my servitude for electricity. So I've got my network running down there. You can see that from down there, there's a cable that has been hit already by the contractors, by mistake. I don't think they did it deliberately, it's by mistakes. But if they do, actually do happen that they hit our cables by mistake, at least they must have audacity to tell us where the mistake is.
But they're not doing that in some cases.
They're not doing that. So it will help us a lot, because we will know that that's what the problem is. Instead of us taking 4 or 5 hours locating the fault, we'll know what the fault is and we'll come and fix it much faster. Now I'm facing the wrath of the community who deem us incompetent. They say this incompetent electricity department is disrupting us, not restoring the power supply. But they need to know the truth, that the people who are behind doing it are doing it unintentionally.
But you're playing a game of cat and mouse with them, because in certain areas you find that the electricity is disconnected, but then you try to locate these contractors and they've gone.
It's true. That's why I'm saying it will make a great sense to us that if they do hit the cables by mistake, let us know where the cable has been hit. We will send our guys to go straight there. But what happens now? We will go to a substation and try to locate the fault. The machine will tell us it's 4 or 5 kilometers from where the fault is. Now we have to walk and measure the distance. It takes hours to do that. Instead of just having so many hours, tell us what the problem is. Don't pack your things and leave the area. Phone us. Let us know what the problem happened.
But this is not practical for the municipality, because I'm sure that this is costing you and us as ratepayers a lot of money.
It's true. It is costing a lot of money. First, I must pay my guys to come out and do this repair, unnecessarily so. Because someone, if they came to us originally, they wouldn't have hit that cable in the first place. They would have known what to avoid. The example I'm showing here is a little bit better, because it's a little bit further away from my network. But in some areas like in Umlazi, they were digging along my poles, and all poles were falling down with the live conductors on top. Bare conductors for that matter, and street light. So now we find customers screaming at us for street light not working, for power outages taking longer. But the truth is, we've got a third party that comes in and are affecting us and our customers. We end up fighting alone, and we leave the person who does that.
So let me ask you this in closing. What are you going to do about it? Because surely it's untenable, for one, to be spending this much money, and secondly, to allow such contractors to run riot and just do their own thing.
We are going to go now and locate them and get to know who sent them and get their contact numbers, so that when there are faults that are happening, at least they must contribute in payment.
Is there no record of this prior to them starting the work?
We know who the owners are, because they are known. Those are big companies. But now we don't know the subcontractor that is working in the area. It's only known by those big companies. So now we need to know both, so that we know who did the work at what section in our roads.
Are you able to put a figure to the damage that they've caused?
Not yet, but we know it's running in hundreds of thousands, because every time there's a cable fault, I need to replace the whole cable. It costs me. It costs me the material, it costs me the labor for those people to come in there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maxwell Mthembu from the eThekwini Municipality's Electricity Department. It seems like there is some work to be done to ensure that services run smoothly, particularly while this fibre is being rolled out to different suburbs. I'm Dasen Thathiah in Durban.